One of the hardest signs in the zodiac to understand is Cancer, and we can't blame them. Their emotions and sentimentality make them extremely perceptive and attached to their family and their sense of home. They can also be overly dramatic and, of course, very possessive. Despite their charming and caring nature, Cancerians also pack hell of a punch when it comes to unraveling all layers of them. In this video, we dedicate our time to another of the water signs in their moonlit glory as we take a look at what makes them tick. Let's start from the origin. Cancer is the fourth of the zodiac signs, taking its name from the constellation of Cancer. The sun typically transits this sign in the tropical zodiac from June 22nd to July 22nd. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio make up the water trigon, with Cancer being its cardinal sign. It also belongs to the group of 6 negative signs, and the moon is its ruling planet. While the Cancer zodiac symbol is sometimes said to be a crayfish or a lobster, its true symbol is, however, a crab, with its origin in the Carcanos. Although they can be demanding and seek your complete commitment and undivided attention, Cancerians will lavish you with theirs in return. They are that partner or friend for that ride-or-die journey. This water sign is a constant caregiver. You can count on them to always be interested in you. They could even be mistaken for mind readers, as they just have that unique way of simply understanding what you are really thinking and feeling, even when you have no words to express it. Cancerians could find it difficult to blend in with their surroundings because they are often led by emotion and their heart. Phases of the lunar cycle, which are regulated by their ruling planet, the moon, often cause them to have frequent mood swings that are out of their control. They also mostly require special consideration and affection because they tend to lack adequate coping and defense systems for the outside world as children. With their emotions so close to the surface, Cancerians are mostly always reserved, calculative, and can retreat into their shells for that much-needed solace. If you try making small talk with a crab, you might get an uninterested response from them, which could make you see them as rude. But it is no fault of theirs. At home, surrounded by their loved ones, is where Cancerians feel most at ease. Mingling in huge crowds may quickly overwhelm them. They tend to be more reclusive, preferring close, private relationships with just a select few people they have come to trust. Cancer values loyalty, which is why it is the zodiac sign with the most commitment. They never take for granted those they care about. Crabs are willing to ignore just about anything that tends towards the negative you may tell them about their close circles. They are big on commitment and demand it in equal measures as they give it out. The family-oriented crab is also ready to go to any lengths to protect those it allows inside the exclusive confines of its shell. With their loyalty comes protectiveness. Cancers are perhaps even excessively defensive of the people they love. They value their family and close friends greatly and frequently go above and beyond to defend them. Crabs will go to great efforts to protect their little haven and the people who live in them. This isn't something they try to do. It is their nature, as their zodiac symbol possesses extreme parental instincts that is so in love with the idea of home. Cancerians are also known for their resilience, determination, and selflessness. They are one of the silently strong ones who can rely on their sheer willpower to handle a wide range of challenges in life. They are among the toughest people you will ever meet, because they are unhesitatingly eager to share the weight of your troubles, even though theirs may be crushing. These crabs have mastered how to channel all the emotions they feel into pursuing something they care about. One fun thing about Cancers is that they would never demand anything from you for whatever assistance they may render. This zodiac sign is also known for its intuition. It wouldn't be far-fetched to claim that Cancers are practically psychic, because they can easily read people with their exceptional emotional intelligence. In fact, this trait comes into good use when anyone tries to deceive them. They can also reach conclusions and make surprisingly fast and accurate decisions based solely on their intuition. Cancerians do this not because they just wish to, but rather as a result of their sensitivity to not just their emotions, but to others around them. While the intuition of a Cancerian can be trusted, it could also be clouded by their sensitivity and emotions. Well, more about that later. Moving on, one fun thing and sometimes tiring trait of Cancers is their unpredictable mood and emotion. Their moods are subject to constant highs and lows because they are quite literally controlled by the moon. Stay with them a few minutes and watch them bring all life and laughter, as they even always have a wonderful sense of humor. You don't even really need to say much to make them laugh. However, the next minute holds no promise, as they can go through sudden emotional shifts that would leave you amazed. They especially get influenced by their environment or the mood of those around them. Don't worry, they don't have a problem. It is just a usual switch in the daily life of a Cancer, and you will just have to get used to it. While there are no hard and fast rules when it comes to astrological compatibility, Cancers tend to be drawn to people who can reciprocate their commitment. This is why when it comes to romantic attachment, Pisces and Scorpio, who are both water signs, are the most compatible with Cancer because they intuitively understand one another's emotional language. Crabs can also form bonds with Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, who are the Earth crew. So, now that we know their strengths, how about some weaknesses? These emotionally intuitive beings possess some traits which could be considered a weakness, but nonetheless, they can also play to their advantage. First off, while crabs try their best to avoid conflict and drama, this in fact brings out the dramatic side of them. Cancers would rather put on an aggressive front than to get involved in arguments. They prefer giving off subtle cues to let others know they are upset, rather than speaking up, which then brings up the drama they so want to avoid. Friends of the crab symbol will also have to bear with their pessimistic nature. They mostly tend to see only the negative side of things, since they mostly have little control over their emotions. Their oversensitivity also doesn't help much. And how about their moods, which are like a swinging pendulum? Cancerians have dark moods as well. Since the moon is their ruler, their emotions make them want to consistently battle with low self-esteem, as they mostly do not have adequate defense systems for the outside world. The worst-case scenario for them is harboring lifelong grudges, and they may need a lifetime to recover from emotional injuries. Now, let's talk about the sensitivity of Cancerians. Cancerians have an inclination to become too sensitive to criticism, however mildly. Emotional scenarios are one of the hardest situations they can handle. You can be sure that if you say something hurtful to a Cancer, the chances of them forgetting easily are pretty slim, as they won't easily forget it. In fact, this water sign is infamous for spending a lot of time and deep thoughts in their safe cocoons. And if they get a little whiff of anything being out of place, their sensitivity may occasionally cause them to become a bit paranoid and withdrawn. Those around the zodiac sign must therefore choose their words wisely to avoid hurting these emotionally fragile ones. On the flip side, their sensitivity can be put to good use if they can recognize their internal cycles and learn to feel their emotions. This means whenever they enter into their dark moods, they will be able to intuitively follow their own inner path and know what they need at any given time. Cancerians could be described as shy, as they could easily withdraw into their shells when meeting new people. While this could make getting along with them a bit difficult, the absolute best method to get to know a Cancer is to involve them in activities that will make them feel at ease. In case you are trying your best to become friends or more with the zodiac sign, ensure to be familiar with their terms and conditions. Cancers are like friends who will play a significant role in their lives, so be ready to make a friend for life if you are succeeding in getting along with one. Cancers have boundless love for others, and you can rely on them at all times.